Hello, listeners, and welcome to the literary program brought to you by Akashvani Kuhima. Today, we are joined by Mr. Avito Lotze, a writer whose journey has taken him from teaching to engineering and now to authorship. His latest book, Naga Hustlers, reflects on issues close to young people and society. Mr. Avito, welcome to the program and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
So, to begin with, you have been a teacher, an engineer, and now an author. So, that's quite a journey. Could you kindly let our listeners know a little about yourself and your journey so far?
So basically, I'm a freelance engineer. So I do small freelancing project relating to civil engineering works. Apart from that, I have an experience in teaching in Baptisai, and right now I'm the lab coordinator of my own GRU school. Apart from that, the reason I started writing book is because of societal issues and all. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that's quite a journey, and it shows how different experiences can shape a writer's voice. So, your first book, The Ugly Duckling Nagas, it gave you a start as an author. So, what inspired you to write Naga Hustlers after that?
So basically, Naga Hustler, it was not that difficult to write because I already got the flow. The first challenging was Ugly Duckling Nagas because I never thought that I'm gonna be a writer someday. And to be honest, I read a lot of non-fiction books, self-improvement books, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and other books and all. So back in 2017 and 18, I started to do research when I saw in newspaper that Nagaland has the highest unemployment rate in India. Every day I started to write 1-2 pages how to solve unemployment issue, and that's how Ugly Duckling Naga's book was written. And after that, the follow-up was Naga Hustler. So if you read Ugly Duckling Nagas, it's like a second episode of Korean drama.
Okay, that's very interesting. It feels like, the second book came from lived experiences and not just theories.
Yes.
So that brings me to my next question. Was writing the second book any different from the first?
It's almost the same. It's just that Ugly Duckling Nagas focuses more on entrepreneurship, how we unemployed educated youth should not always sit for government job but venture into entrepreneurship and all. And the follow-up is Naga Hustlers. It touches a little bit of Ugly Duckling Naga's content, and most of it touches about human science, it touches about relationship, it even touches about our Naga issue relating to Greater Nagalim we say and all. Yeah.
So that's pretty diversified. So your book has been called a self-improvement guide, right? So I would like to know from you, what makes Naga Hustler different from the many self-help books that are available in the market right now?
Well, it's purely based on Naga context. So when you are reading Naga Hustler, you will feel that you are not in America, you are not in other country. You will feel that it's purely local made. It's like a local made pork. Nah, it's not like you are eating KFC or some other continental food. It's just you are taking pure Pastenga and Naga food and all. So Naga Hustler is basically a self-improvement book based on Nagaland issue.
Okay, so that makes it sound a lot more grounded and relatable, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, in life, everyone goes through ups and downs. And I believe writing is no different. As a writer, can you let the listeners know about the challenges you faced in your own journey?
While writing The Ugly Duckling Nagas, first of all, I thought that the book will not sell because most of our Naga writer they only talk about poem, poetry, fiction, novels and all. And my book it was a very different kind of book. It's touching unemployment issue. Now the government and all they are saying we have to focus in vocational training, we have to focus in skill, this and that, because we have degree but we don't have skills. That's why we are unemployed. But back in 2017 and 18, I saw that one. That's how I started writing, and that's how it came out in 2021. And by God's grace, it's one of the best non-fiction book in Nagaland. It has sold over more than 2,500 copies.
Wow, that's really impressive. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that with us. It really shows that even successful writers have their own fair share of challenges. So, in your book, you have written about so many areas: health, finance, relationship, social media, and even depression. So, why bring all this under one roof?
So basically, self improvement doesn't only means taking care of your health and becoming fit. It includes your mental illness also. It includes of finance, how you should know financial education, how to save money, how to invest money. It includes about these days Naga people we are more to gym, but the youngster does not know that taking steroid has ill effect. So everything comes under here, self improvement. And my motivation to write Naga Hustler is, to be honest, my sister. Because after passing her class 12, she was willing to take 2 years gap to pursue her MBBS. So she was willing to go to Guwahati alone for the first time. From Kohima to Guwahati, the weather, everything. But she was willing to go and work hard. After she came back, she prepared. There are times where she will study till 1, 2 o'clock. When I woke up in the middle of the night to go to washroom and all, I see her studying. And that inspired me to write the book. Hustling basically have two definitions. One is scamming people, but the other one is aggressively working towards your goal, not willing to give up. And my sister today, she's doing her internship in Nikrim Shillong. She have completed her 4 years MBBS, and that's how it inspired me to write the book.
So your point is basically that life isn't lived in compartments, but it consists of everything all at once.
Yes.
So you have just briefly defined the word hustler, right?
Yes.
And we also know that it has different meanings. But in your book, from your perspective, how do you connect it to the Naga context? What does being a Naga hustler mean to you?
So being Naga hustler in my context is, if you have a dream to start your own company, your own business, don't let people say that Nagaland you'll just have government job. It's the only scope. Be willing to hustle and work hard. And that's why I've written so many examples from the book also. In part B of the book, I have some stories and all. And that's how, not willing to give up on your goals and dream. Be stubborn, be arrogant on your goals, and, try to protect it and keep hustling. Yeah.
Oh, that's a very refreshing and a new way to look at it, to hustle with purpose and not just busyness. Okay. So now, let's talk about a very common topic, something that you have mentioned in the start of our conversation. It's about how Nagaland is often reported as having the highest unemployment rate in the country. So, what is your thought on that?
See, that's why it's coming back to the ugly duckling Nagas again, It's because we have degree, but we are still, see, more than 60 years, our education is not updated. And still now we are following the same kind of education. The technology, everything has upgraded, and now we are in the era of AI, artificial intelligence, but still our education is outdated. So we have so many degrees. We have our PhD, we have our MPhil, we have this thing, but we are not employable. We don't have skills. That's why now even the government of Nagaland is pressuring the skill development department to at least let the people learn some skills. Degree is also important, don't get me wrong. If I don't have a degree, I don't qualify to give exam or give interview. But more than that also, we also need skills. Because when we look at the Bible also, the disciple of Jesus, they are also skillful. Like even Paul the apostle, he was a tent maker, apart from preaching the word of God. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really very true. And then it's for a fact that our problem, it goes beyond statistics. So, looking at society today, do you think that we're becoming more entertainment oriented or work oriented?
Obviously entertainment oriented. I know some people might get hurt or get offended, but we Nagas, we are very entertainment oriented. Don't get me wrong, entertainment is important, and we are called land of festival. Music is one of our greatest advantage that God has given us. But apart from that, we need to have work oriented sometimes. We need to have, like, in India they have TED Talks, they have video content relating to STEM. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But here, what is happening right now in our place is that we go to cosplay. Nothing wrong in that. That is creativity. But we go to cosplay, we go to Jubilee, we go to music concert, this and that. But most of our youth, we don't think to learn some skill. We just use Instagram for reels after reels instead of learning some skill in YouTube or Instagram. Of course, there are some people who are using Instagram to promote their business, but majority we are still in a confusion. because unfortunately we have very few Naga influencer or inspiration in our society that encourages us towards work, because the Bible says if you don't work, don't eat. And most of us, we are unemployed. Why? Because we don't bother to even work.
What you said, it's really relevant, given how social media it's playing a very big role in our lives these days. So now that brings me to my next question. We know that family and social expectations, they often guide career choices for us here. So how do you see this affecting young people in Nagaland?
So now, see, coming back to our society, we have some very few entrepreneurs who are inspiring us. The social entrepreneur, Sir Richard Bello, architect Richard Bello, he has inspired and mentored so many young people to start their own construction firm and all, teaching the youngster about organic farming and all. We have Sir Lee Chan. He is one of the pioneer in coffee, barista and all. That's how many young people have started their own coffee shop and all. So I think we need all those inspirational people. Of course, we need music also, we need dance also, but we should know how to balance, not just, focus on one side. And right now, our youth, we don't think to work, we don't think to do hazira when you are unemployed, but we don't mind going to concert. Mokokoza and all, they will still get their money because they are a professional musician and all. That's how they earn. But we are not a professional. Now, hobby and professional, we should know the difference. You have to be professional in one thing, but most of our Naga were stuck in just entertainment after entertainment.
Okay, so you have mentioned some few prominent names in our Naga society who are helping guide the young people. So in your opinion, even beyond that, how do you think young people today should balance modern opportunities with traditional Naga values?
See, our Naga value, when we look at our parents during our forefathers' time, our grandfather and all, they were very hardworking, they sweat, but they still work with their hand, and that's how they were strong, physically strong, mentally strong, and that's how they work. These days, I don't think our youngster, some of them, they don't even know how to cut meat, how to chop wood. These are something that is naturally our forefathers has taught us. So my concept is we have to come back to what the Bible says. If you don't work, don't eat. So with that, I want to say we have to hustle, we have to work hard. Once in a while, I also go to picnic. I go for a bike ride with my friend. But I don't go every day. Monday to Saturday, I'm engaged in my work. Sometimes I go once in a month, I go for entertainment. That's no issue. But apart from that, I also work hard, I also hustle, and we have to develop that habit.
Okay, so balance is key,
Very
right?
much. Because in your job, your family, your responsibility is like the rice and the curry. Entertainment is just the pickle. So you don't just eat pickle like rice. If you eat pickle like rice, you will have diarrhea, and the result is unproductive and all. But our Naga youth, instead of focusing on rice and curry, we are just focusing on the pickle entertainment more. So
Okay, thank you so much for enlightening us. So finally, for those who aspire to become writers like you, what advice would you give them?
I will say don't use AI. AI is killing our intelligence. Because my book, the first book though, it came out when there is no AI chat GPT. I started writing second book back from 2023-24. At that time, ChatGPT was not that famous. It came out late 2024 and 25. So I will say don't use AI. From AI you can use and write script, your content and all, but it will lack the realism. It will lack the authentic script. So I will encourage the upcoming young Naga writers to write books, especially on non-fiction or relating to society issue, because we have many Naga writers who have written about poem, poetry and all. Nothing wrong in that. Please go ahead, keep writing. Apart from that, I will encourage them to write about finance, self-improvement or fitness and all.
That's a wonderful note to encourage young writers. So, Mr. Avito, thank you for sharing your journey and insight with us. And to our listeners, we hope this conversation has inspired you to reflect on your own paths and possibilities. You've been listening to the literary program on Akashvani Kohima. Until next time, this is Sharon signing off.